Hello boys and girls. Listen, we're finally back at Hastings Road, a property that we bought that was a 2-bed and we bought it for £390,000. This is a property that was bought by a member of our well-taken community, Anthony. And this property has undergone major refurbishment. First of all, I'm going to show you inside of the property, and then I'm going to show you, exactly what we've been able to achieve and tell you a little bit of a story of what happened, the challenges that was faced, the complications that was encountered, but eventually the project still came alive. So come in, let me share with you. So if you remember when we first came into this property, the meter system used to be here. The electric consumer unit used to be somewhere there. That had to be relocated. This used to just be a walk-through double reception room on the ground floor. So this was the living room. And then we had the stairs. We had the stairs just right here in the middle. This was where we had the stairs. So this stairs has been completely removed and put on the corner. As you can see now, this has now been created as a very, very lovely bedroom number 1. So you come through the door and you have a bedroom here and you have an off suite in the corner. All right, come in. Let me hold that door for you. All right, so we have a shower room, which would be an off suite for this bedroom. Okay, so we have a nice looking shower and we have a nice looking toilet, and this are just going through the last part of the cleanup so that this property cannot be moved in by tenants. So we have our storage room. We've got the water tanker there, you've got the boiling system there as well, and as I said before, we have the gas meter has been relocated here. We have the electric consumer unit has been relocated here as well. As you can see, right, this space used to be the second reception room in the property. So now it has a shower and a toilet, it has a storage, it has underneath the stairs, and we relocated the stairs to the corner. Once this stairs is relocated, we're going to recondition the stairs and we're going to have bedroom number 3 and bedroom number 4 and bedroom number 5 and 6 on the loft space area. And guys, just before I forget, we actually then created a door here. So which means this is the door that every other person is going to use to get into this property, which is now a 5-bedroom property. By the way, we initially wanted to convert this property into a 6-bedroom house, but again, I'm going to be sharing the story of why it ended up becoming a 5-bed. So as you can see, ladies and gents, this is our brand new kitchen, open plan living room kitchen that we've created. So what we're going to do here, there's going to be a sofa unit on this corner, and then we're going to be putting the TV to that wall, and obviously you've got a kitchen, we've got a little nice window there. This is now opened up completely into a nice patio door looking into the kitchen. Now, if you remember, this never existed at all in this property. We didn't have this space at all. So this was a brand new 6-meter extension that we had to create. And as well as we had to obviously extend all the way to this corner. So you can see the massive space that's been created from a 2-bedroom semi-detached house in Bromley. So let's go to the top. So great, as you can see guys, we're now on the first floor. So we've just left the ground floor. If you remember in the previous video, the video will be shown somewhere around on this video as you're watching it. This staircase used to be in the middle of the property. So what we've done is that we relocated the stairs to the corner and we created this nice looking space. And here we have another storage unit. Now from the initial plan, whilst we wanted to convert this into a 6-bedroom ensuite HMO, we wanted to convert this space into a second kitchen upstairs. Now there's going to be a kitchen on the first floor, all right, and there's also going to be another kitchen somewhere here on the ground floor. So in the end, we're going to have 2 shared kitchen with an ensuite with a kitchenette on this particular property. But due to unforeseen circumstances that were explained at the end of the video, you will know the reason why this is no longer a kitchen, rather this is now a storage unit. Now we have bedroom number 2. As you can see, bedroom number 2 is very, very large. Look at this. It's so large. One of the biggest rooms I have actually seen. You know, it's so massive. You can see how big this is. So this bedroom was meant to have its own kitchenette, but again, due to unforeseen circumstances that we never ended up getting the HMO license, and this is not being used in a different form, we had to remove the kitchenette from this bedroom and just made a large, massive ensuite bedroom. So this is the ensuite, as you can see, really well nice. And I'm sure the guys will show you the video somewhere. So this is bedroom number 3. And on bedroom number 3, again, we have a very nice, decent size room as well. Again, so what we're looking to do on this loft space is that we're going to be extending the whole thing. If you want to put the camera this way, everything here, all right, on this particular side of the building is going to be built on top. So this is going to become a double-story conversion with the windows looking over into the garden. And we're going to extend a little bit on this extension and build our second dormer loft conversion. This space was really never here, but again, we had to create something because we had to utilize every single space that we could, turning this property from a 2-bed house into a now 5-bedroom property. Now, as you can see, this is the almost walk-in shower room. This is massively nice. You can see a great size of bathroom that's been created. Now, previously, this is where the property ended. Now, what we managed to do was to create two decent, nice looking double rooms as well in the loft space with another shared bathroom. So come on, let's go and have a look. Now, we are now in the second floor. Now, you can see the head height that we have managed to secure in the loft. I know I'm not very tall, I'm about 5'7" by the way, but you can already see the space that was managed to be created on the head height on this loft. I don't know what the exact number is. Maybe I'll chop in the picture of the floor plan so you see exactly what was achieved in terms of height. So this is our bedroom number 4. Our bedroom number 4 is a very nice, decent double bedroom. It's going to be able to take a double bed, and probably the wardrobe is going to be in that corner. I love these skylights, 2 of them, nice in the loft space. Again, like I mentioned, guys, very decent height. You can see how high the head height is on this loft. This is the shared bathroom. So this room, which is room number 4 and room number 5, both of them are going to be sharing this one communal bathroom and shower. And this is the final bedroom in the loft space. Right? So now What we're also able to achieve was, as you can see, we opened up the entire garden and it's looking absolutely amazing. Now, we initially wanted to also have a Juliet balcony, so which would mean that this would have been a double patio door into this space, though it cannot be accessible by the tenant or whoever is going to be, staying in this room. But we ended up changing that to a window. Now, let me share something very quickly with you. The initial plan was that this property was meant to be converted into a 6-bedroom HMO. Unfortunately, because of the time the probate took, we could not get the HMO license because we bought this property in 2021, and then the probate, took so long. It took about 6 to 8 months for that to go through, and then the conversion started around about last year, over a year ago. Started about June last year. Now, the Bromley Borough rejected the HMO license that was initially submitted through planning. And the reason why this actually got rejected, we had over 50 complaints from the local members of the surrounding, especially a lot of things that was instigated by some of the neighbors that were so close. I'm not going to mention them, by the way. But again, in property, your neighbors are quite key in doing development. And HMO restriction has just been implemented in the borough, which is Article 4 restriction. So the neighbor knew that there's already Article 4. We were already going through the process. We usually would have made a lot of planning before that. But fortunately, because the HMO department couldn't inspect the property and grant the license as of when needed, because before you get an HMO license, the HMO officers will come into your property to inspect that all the compliance work is being done and all the compliance measurements is being agreed and met in order for your license to be granted. Now, because we could not get that done before the Article 4 rule came in place, and because the building wasn't completely refurbed at that time for the HMO license officials to come into the building, the license wasn't granted, the applications was rejected. Now, what we're not looking to do is to use the property as currently for care provider using the C3BCUs, which allows a care provider that is CQC qualified, a CQC licensed to run this particular property. I am going to be doing a video, by the way, that will explain what a C3BC means, so that some of you know that when you need to turn a property from a standard family dwelling into a care or supported living provider, what you need to do and how you need to do it so that you can still operate in an area where there is Article 4 without going through change of use, application, and so on and so forth. Now, let me run you through some numbers. The property was bought for £390,000. The refurbishment initially was projected to run for around about £185,000, and I'm sure you guys are currently aware that there's been a lot of change in the market. Interest rate has gone crazy. The cost of materials have gone up. We still managed to achieve the refurb of this property for around about £225,000. The project was initially meant to complete in 6 to 8 months. The project ended up just completing it now. So it shows you that sometimes projects can overrun. However, the most exciting thing is that regardless of the fact that this property could not be valued as an HMO, however, it was still valued as a brick and mortar, which means a C3 property, a standard family home property, for $700,000. So the property was still valued for $700,000, which still allows my Wealth Circle member, Anthony, to still pull out significant of the money that they've invested. However, we're still going ahead to try as much as we can to appeal and probably go to committee to turning this property still into an HMO if possible, so that we can get commercial valuation in order for us to pull significant of our money out. But otherwise, this property will be used by a supported living provider or a care living provider, which obviously generates great return on investment in terms of rental income. Now, if a care provider was to take on this property, we're anticipating that they will pay around about £5,500 rent by calendar month. Or if this property was to be rented to a standard family home, which we will never do anyway, it will still generate around about £3,500 rent. The mortgage is already be secured on the property, and the mortgage is about £2,100 per calendar month. So if this property isn't turned into an HMO and is used by a care provider, it's still going to generate about £5,000 to £5,000 gross rental income, by the way. If it's meant to be rented to a family dwelling, it's still going to generate about £3,000 to £3,500 anyways. Or if this property is meant to be used as a short stay let, you are looking at an average nightly rate in this borough, because I have a few self-accommodation properties in this area, and 2-bedroom property that I have in this area rents for about $225 per night. And I have another property that is renting on Airbnb and Booking.com in this borough as well. 4-bedroom house, 1 bathroom. That rents for about $250 to $275 per night. And we've always had at least a minimum of 21 bookings. So regardless of what the worst case could have been, this property still came out in the best way. Yes, initially we needed to convert into a 6-bedroom. We lost 1 bedroom. And the reason why we lost that 1 bedroom was because a lot of adjustment needed to be made, which I will share in a different video. But for now, enjoy as we show you the beauty of this property that we managed to convert from a 2-bedroom property into now a 5-bedroom property with a nice open plan kitchen, diner. And I hope this video has inspired you. By the way, if you're looking to get your journey started, not every project runs the same, not every project runs smoothly, but this one was one of those projects that was a good experience within the community for the students and as well as our community members. And this project has come out the best. 700,000 at 85%, so at 75% loan to value. We are still able to pull out significant of the amount that was invested in this property out, and then still going ahead to apply and appeal the case around the HMO so we can get an HMO revaluation on this project. I hope this project has inspired you. If you want to get your journey started, there's going to be a link below this video. Click and book a call with myself or Kevin, and we will be happy to share and teach you and train you on how to get one of this project done for yourself. Like I said, it's been revalued for £700,000, and we've been able to pull significant of the money that was invested out, which also means we have just secured a property that we now own completely for free. I mean, when I say we, my World Circle members, I call them, I'm part of them, they're part of me. So my World Circle student, Anthony, just secured this property for almost next to nothing. Take care and see you later. My name is Dr. Daniel from Property Wealth Education. Speak to you later.